Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking. It's this Joanna here. So in today's tutorial, we are going to continue with the part 3 of this tutorial, and it's going to be how you are going to be joining the sides and then fixing the collar and the collar stand. Now here on the table are the collar stand and then the collar itself. So this is it. I'm going to retake the measurement for you to see how I achieve this. So this both of them are on fold like this. I folded them. All right. So it is 2 inches by length and then it is 17 inches wide. Now to ascertain this, you need to measure around the neckline on your shirt like this. So you take your measuring tape and then you measure around the neckline to ascertain the circumference or the measurement for that. Now, in taking the measurement, you can take as many as 2 to 3 times to be accurate. All right, so this is 16 inches I had. I'll put it aside. Okay, so for the collar stand, it is 16 inches. I added 1 inch for side seam allowance, so that makes it 17 inches. I'll divide 1 inch and then share it on both sides of the collar stand. Now this is the collar itself. This is the collar itself. And then I subtracted 2 inches from the collar stand. On the wideness, I subtracted 2 inches from the collar stand. Yes, because the collar stand is wider than the collar itself. And then I measured 3 inches for the length. I measured 3 inches for the length. Now go ahead and then apply a paper stay, a hard stay on both of the collar stand and then on the collar itself. So I applied the hard stay on only one side of them. Okay, so this is the collar stand. I went ahead to fold up on where we applied the paper stay. I fold up ½ inch like this and press it. I'm taking the sewing machine to stitch it down. Okay, so that is done. I hope I'm not moving fast. So if you don't understand anything, leave it in the comment section and I'll attend to it. Okay, so that is it. That is it. Now I'm going to come down from the top of the collar stand, 1/4 inch like this. I'll come down 1/4 inch. Then I'll go ahead and then straighten it up with my ruler. Okay, so I'll go ahead then I'll mark the ½ inch seam allowance on both sides of the collar stand. Remember we added 1 inch to the measurement. Okay, so I mark ½ inch there and then I'll mark ½ inch here. So I'll retake the measurement to make sure it is accurate. So I had 16 inches, which is exactly at that on the neckline. So I went ahead to straighten that up as you can see me doing. All right. Now I'm going to create a curve at the end of the collar stand. So I went in from the up there 2 centimeters and down 2 centimeters. I repeat same here. I will come down 2 centimeters and then I'll go in on the top 2 centimeters as well, like this. Now you can use your free hand to give it a curve of, yeah, you can use your free hand to give it a curve like this. Or if you don't trust your hand, just use a curve ruler. Just use a French curve or something like that to get your curve. All right. So that is it for the collar now. So let me put it aside and let's work. Sorry, that was the collar stand rather. Let's work on the collar. So I'm going to fold it into 2 equal halves like this and then I'll give it a press. I want to get the midpoint of the collar like this. So like this, I'll just use my pencil to retake the center of the collar like this, the midpoint of the collar. All right. So I'm going to go ahead to shape the collar um, by coming down quarter of an inch. You can go down 1 centimeter, half, depending on how deep you want it. So I came down quarter of an inch. And I'm going to mark the seam allowance, side seam allowance, ½ inch on both sides of the collar. Then I'll straight the line up like this. On the other side as well, like this. Then I'm going to retake the measure. So this is 14. So as you can see for the collar stand, after marking out the side seam allowance, it should be 16. So meaning subtracting 2 inches from the 16 should also give us 14 on the collar. I hope you understand. All right. Now I came out from the side seam allowance by um 1 centimeter. Then I'll repeat it on the other side. So I'm using that to shape the collar out. 1 centimeter on both sides. Then I'm going to slant it to the seam allowance line, as you can see me doing like this. I'll repeat it on the other side like this as well to get a triangular shape look like. Yeah, I don't know if that's a word or so like this, so that the collar will not be straight. It will be somehow slanted on the sides. Then I'm going to give this a curve from the top through the mid part of the collar and then curve it to the other end of the collar as well. So let's do that. If you have a ruler that will help you out, use that. If you don't, then follow me. Let's use our hands to do that. So here comes the shape of the collar. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. Then this is how I'm going to stitch it down. Now I will start at one end of the collar like this. I'll go up through the slanted way and then I'll pass through the curved top part of it. Then I will come down from the other side. I hope I made sense though. Alright guys, so this is how it turned out. I'm going to trim off the excess on the side like this. Then on the other side as well, the excess of the fabric. Then I'm going to go ahead and then notch the sides and the top parts all around. Carefully do that before you cut through the seam lines. Okay guys, so we are done now. I'm going to turn this to the right side of the fabric like so. I'll turn it to the right side of fabric like this. Okay. Then I'm going to give it a press. So I just used the pencil to push out the edgy part of the collar, as you can see me doing. Carefully do this and make sure you don't pierce through the edge of the collar. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give this a press after um, turning it to the right side, like so. We are almost done guys. Please, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do click on the subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment if you don't understand anything or if you enjoyed watching the tutorial, and please do share this video. Thank you. So I'll go ahead and cut the collar stand into two like this, leaving about an inch distance. Then I'll fold it up. I folded it equally like so and then notch the center of it just as I'm doing to the collar itself. Alright, so this is it. This is it. So look at how I've turned the collar stand. Now I'm going to place the collar inside the collar stand. Make sure the knots at the center matches each other, as you can see me doing like this, and make sure that where the paper stay is on the collar and then the collar stand are on the same side. Then I'm going to go ahead and then pin this together before I take it to the sewing machine to stitch it down. Now let's take it to the sewing machine and then stitch it down. Alright, so first of all, I started by double stitching where the folded part of the collar stand is like this. I double stitched, then I stitched through the curved side and then through the half-inch seam allowance. Alright, so this is how it came out. I'm going to go ahead and then trim off the excess at the side and then go ahead to notch it all around. Now, after notching, I'm going to go ahead and turn this to the right side of the collar and then the collar stand. Alright, so this is how it turned out. I'll just place it like this and give it a little price like this before I attach it to the shirt. Before I attach it to the shirt. So now I'm going to join the collar um to the neckline of the shirt. So this is how I'm going to do it. You see on the right side of the shirt, I'm going to place the other half seam allowance on the collar stand. I'm going to pin it down all around the neckline as you can see me doing like this. Place it at the right side of the shirt. Okay. So I'll pin it down first. You need to pin it down so that you know that the measurement you had is exactly as that on the neckline like this. Alright, so this tells you that it is accurate. So we are now going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to join it with half of an inch seam allowance. Alright, so guys, that has been done as well. So I'm going to fold this down like this, just as we did for the sleeve cuff, if you watch that tutorial. Alright, so I take the sewing machine and then I'm going to join it like so. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet, and like this tutorial, it encourages me the more, especially when you leave a comment, and then please share this video to others as well. So let's continue with the stitching and the joining of the collar to the shirt. Alright, watch this up to the end because you are going to include the stitching design on the collar and then the collar stand as well in this tutorial. So like I said earlier, I'm going to um, stitch down the design on the shirt. So I'm going to give it a gap of about quarter of an inch. I'm going to give it a gap of quarter of an inch and then stitch it all around the collar stand and then the collar itself. So this is how you're going to do it. Okay, guys, so this is how it came out. This is it. Our shirt is almost ready. Okay, so I'm going to pin the collar stand with overlap like this. I'm going to put it together. I'm just going to show you how you're going to um, mark the buttonholes on the shirts. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way to show you how I'm going to mark the buttonholes on the shirt. So like this, on the collar stand begins the first buttonhole line like so. Okay, then I'm going to mark it. That is going to be 2 centimeters long like this. Then I'll go down 3.5 inches like this. Then I'll mark 2 centimeters for the buttonhole length. I'll go down again 3.5 inches. Then I'll mark 2 centimeters for the buttonhole. From there too, I'll go down like so, 3.5, then 2 centimeters for the buttonholes, up to the very last buttonhole that I want to create. That is not compulsory to make it 3.5 inches. Some people prefer to give it a gap of 4 inches. Some prefer to give it a gap of 3 inches. This is up to you. Just don't make it quite bigger gaps, which will make your shirt open up when you put it on. Yeah, that's what I can say. On the cuff as well, you can choose to make it 2 buttonholes or 1 buttonhole. So I'm making one for this case. So I just marked I went up like 2 inches, sorry, 1.5 inches rather. Then I marked 2 centimeters for the buttonhole. All right. So that brings us to the end of the tutorial, guys. If you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and then please do share this video. See you on my next tutorial. Love you. Stay blessed wherever you are. Bye.